numbers of Christians in Nigeria. And they have other countries very bad also. You know that part of the world very bad. They're killing the Christians and killing them in very large numbers. We're not going to allow that to happen.
The President of America, Donald Trump, has threatened to take military action against Nigeria if the government fails to stop the ongoing killings of Christians in the country. Well, his statement has gone viral, sparking mixed reaction on social media, with Nigerians reacting and sharing their opinions. Here are some of the interesting takes.
And now Donald Trump has said there's a word he used, disgraced country, Nigeria. It's a shame on our leadership that we are called a disgraced country. And he has said that if this banditry, terrorism, and evil in this country does not end, that he has alerted the Department of War to come into Nigeria and eliminate these bandits swiftly, and that it will be sweet. Can you imagine? What is more than this? Is to declare us as a failed state.
I have a question for people who claim that there is no Christian genocide happening in Nigeria. How many times have Christian groups beheaded Muslims just for their religious beliefs? How many times have Christians harmed Muslims who were evangelizing or who were preaching the Quran? How many times have you heard that Christian groups went to mosques and abducted worshippers there? How many times? That barely happens. Never really has happened. But one thing continually happens. Muslim radicalist groups going to Christian villages, bombing them, shooting sporadically, killing people, bombing churches. One of my friends lost her mother-in-law during the bombing in a Catholic church. Christians have been killed because they were evangelizing. Christians have been killed because Muslims claimed that they blasphemed against their prophet. How many times have you heard a Christian kill a Muslim because they blasphemed against Jesus? Because they said something about our faith that we did not agree with. Oh, but Muslims are also victims. By who? By Muslim groups. So Muslims are the perpetrators. And by the way, they are not targeting Muslims. They target Christians, and Muslims become a collateral damage. And I mean, a lot of Muslims don't mind dying for their God. A lot of Muslims find it something of pleasure to die expressing their faith. I'm very sure that some of the Muslims who have been killed in these crises are very happy to go and meet 72 virgins. How many times have you guys protested against the genocide that's been going on in the north? Why have you guys not spoken all this while that it's a genocide by Muslims on Muslims? But all of a sudden, because the Christian genocide happening in northern Nigeria is gaining a lot of global attention, all of a sudden you want to rewrite the narrative and so conveniently say that, oh well, but Muslims are also victims. Victims of who? Of Muslims. So long and short story is that there is indeed a genocide by Muslims to Christians and maybe to some Muslims. But well, we Christians are speaking up for ourselves, and I guess what you should do is also speak up for yourself. That's very simple. Thank you, Mr. President, for declaring Nigeria a country of particular concern. But I'd like to suggest certain ways I think you can help Nigerians and Nigeria. Number one, revoke the American visas of Nigerian government officials who have sided with Islamic terrorism in Nigeria. This is Bashir Ahmed, a former presidential aide. He posted this on Twitter. It is an honor to be called an Islamic extremist in 2024. Radical animals like this should have no access to America. It is in your best interest to revoke the American visas of people like this because they are Islamic extremists and they are so proud to be called that, as we can clearly see. Revoke the visas of Nigerian government officials who are not combating Islamic terrorism in Nigeria. A lot of them go to America to have children, to raise their children, while leaving Nigeria in shambles. They move around with armed security, leaving common Nigerians to be victims of Islamic terrorism. Please revoke their visas. It will not be unfair and unjust to revoke visas of people who clearly support violence, who clearly support extremism, people who clearly are profiting off the lives of Christians in Nigeria dying. Revoke their visas. Number two, can you also launch an investigation into the properties they own in America and how they acquired it? It's very sad that we have a lot of corrupt politicians in Nigeria, and I'm very sure that a lot of them bought properties in America cash with stolen money, dirty money from money laundering. So two things: revoke their visas, launch an investigation into the properties that they have in America. A lot of them are criminals, a lot of them are corrupt, and they don't have any place in a civilized country like America. So why not just throw them out? And maybe if you do this, trust me, they'll begin to prioritize safety and the security of Nigerian Christians. Christians.
Tinubu and Dangote may be responsible for this nonsense that Trump just said. They may be responsible for it because in the first instance, Dangote came out boldly to announce that we are going to expand Dangote refinery. We will have surplus. We will not need anybody again. Then Tinubu now followed by saying that they are going to add taxes on importation so that those who are importing are totally discouraged now. They will not want to import any longer. Then Dangote now finished everything by saying that if you have dollars, go and be selling because dollars will fall. Now you think they that are sitting in America, they are sitting and they are just folding their arms. They are watching. First, they have done so many things. Many of these guys have done so many things to bring Nigeria down economically so that they can come in and just be sucking us dry like they suck some other nations. Yeah, but it has not happened as much as they want. Some of these guys are fueling the insurgency. They are giving them money to go and just be striking villages, to do all this nonsense that don't make sense, because these are not just people who are kidnapping or who want money, but people who are doing things that make no sense. So they've done all that and it still seems like we are standing. But to make matters worse, we want to finish it up by being totally independent of them. Now them Kosamo, now Dangote and Tinubu together. That your collabo where you do within 2 days, 3 days of each other is too much for them. See, you guys that are still thinking that any help from any nation will bring good to us, rethink. The thing that we need to do now is that Nigerians themselves must come together and then solve this problem once and for all. An ineffective policeman, a rubbish, let me not be mentioning names here because it's not the time. There's so many of them wearing uniforms and it's nonsense they are doing. Or what about the ones that will just come and carry, they will just come and carry people from their houses, say they are Yahoo boys, they will release them. Then after they will take money from them, then in 3 months time they will come. They have become friends, all of them together. We need to come and get to the root of our problems. But this one that says he's coming to come and support Christian is a lie. He's not coming. Meanwhile, we are not afraid of himself. Guess what? He talks more than he can do. At the end of the day, he will not be able to do anything. He's just talking. You may now find out that all he wants is that our president should come and be, paying homage to him. He wants to be collecting shakole, like Yoruba will call it, so that Nigeria will come and try and make some deals with him. He has seen that we are not interested in him. He has seen that all that we are doing with France. Please, let's add China to it. And people that when he does, they also can say we are with Nigeria, and he will run back. What nonsense! A baby president. It's we that you'll be doing gara against. Nothing. We are getting better and better every day. Forget it. We may have differences with our president. We may have differences with ourselves, but definitely not for someone who cannot protect the Christians in his own country. I mean, all the blacks, or most of those blacks that are being chased up and down, and then bad things happen to them by the police, all the discrimination and everything. Are they not Christians? Has he spoken up for them? Are we that is coming to come and save our Christians? Are we whites? So if you don't care about the Muslims in your own country, how come it is we? I mean, you don't care for the Christians, black Christians in your country. How come it is we, black African Christians that you care about? And meanwhile, nothing is happening in Nigeria. Nothing like that. We have insecurity, and it is against Muslims and Christians alike. It is not against Christians, and there's nothing like genocide here. Nobody's trying to put any sect or any religious group into extinction.
The United States designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern for the purpose of genocide against Christian population. This means that the US is now going to start official procedural proceedings against Nigeria in some strategic interests where Nigeria is a concern, especially in the area of weapons deployment, because they believe that some of the official weapons that is being supplied to Nigeria find its way into the hands of these terrorists that are committing such genocide. So an action is going to be taken against them. One of the sorts of concern with that designation is that the President of the United States, Donald Trump, is not just standing on the CPC designation. He is also requesting that the House Appropriation Committee chairman and some of the committee responsible, like Tom Riley, to sit down and come back and report to him. And he claims that he will not stand idle by to see fellow Christians are being killed in Nigeria. Most possibly, there is a program or a plan for the boots to be on the ground in order to help prevent the genocide. Most possibly, this is also one of the factors that they are likely going to consider. It means that the general failure of Nigerian leadership may lead to the US boots on the ground in Nigerian soil. And this is very, very damaging to this country. So it means that there is a general vote of no confidence on the current leadership system of the country. They believe that there is a general failure of leadership to provide security of life and property, and that they must do something extra to be able to help in provision of this protection for the life and property of some of the citizens in Nigeria that they're concerned about, especially the Christians. And I believe that's what he's trying to do. So here is what I want to say. The Muslims in this country should not see this as a direct attack against them. Rather, it's a direct attack against the militant terrorist organization. So, and there should be no issue of anger pointed towards some Christian population simply because of this is happening, but rather there should be a general consensus and understanding between the citizens of Nigeria, so that we should all understand that there is a failure of leadership in the country, especially the political leadership and the security leadership, to provide the necessary protection that is required for a peaceful and prosperous society. And that is what led us to this problem. So the problem should be viewed from the lens of being generic, not from the lens of being religious division, that will lead to religious division between the Christians and the Muslims. And do not forget, the only interest group that went to the United States to present in the US Congress this concern are the Christian population. Possibly, if there is a Muslim population's delegation that also found their way to the Congress and expressed concern about the genocidal killings that takes place against Muslim population in Nigeria by the same terrorists, maybe that designation will have also happened. So we shouldn't tag it as one religion trying to confront the other, or Christians are trying to confront the Muslims in Nigeria. No, we should see it as the citizens that are supposed to be protected by the security and the leadership of the state that has failed, and that is why the US is trying to do that. And the US is likely doing that because only the Christian population went and reported the issue, to the Congress. Should the Muslim also go and report, they may likely be designated. So this should not instigate any religious differences in Nigeria, but rather it is something that all of us share, that there is a general failure of leadership, both in the political class, most especially the political class, then of course also the security, particularly the political class, because the political class are supposed to provide all the necessary resources for the security to function. But the political class has failed to provide these things, focus on corruption and stealing. And that is why the security are failing, which is leading to the massive rise and general killings by the terrorists. So this should not instigate the citizens against one another. Rather, we know where the problem is. It's coming from the failure of the political class.
Before una jump into conclusion, make we get am clear from the beginning. I know they debunk the killings of Christians in northern part of Nigeria. I not say President Trump raising the issue about Christians facing existential threats in Nigeria. I know the dispute am. But wetin I won't talk for here and say, before President Trump, they say thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern in capital letter. What does that mean? America are having it at the back of their mind to invade a sovereign nation temporarily. That is their excuse. But it's not going to work. I'm not saying that Christians are not being killed. The way Christians are being killed, Muslims are being killed as well. Let's be honest. The way Christians are being slaughtered, Muslims are being slaughtered in the northern part of Nigeria. And thanks to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, He has instructed the new service chiefs to end such radical atrocities in the northern part of Nigeria. And now this is the message to President Trump. Nigeria, we have always seek for assistance from the United States of America. During the time of President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, we needed weapons, we needed tools, we needed equipment to tackle Boko Haram. Did we get any support? But rather, America as a country went political under President Barack Obama to remove President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Today, these terrorists, they are still on the loose. If America as a country really have concern for Nigeria, you will support our military with equipment, with everything they need to stop this madness. Rather than saying that Nigeria is a country of particular concern. When Iraq, Libya was a country of particular concern to America, when America invaded those sovereign nations, when America left, those developed nations became a failed society. America has never invaded any country and left that country in a sane space. So, President Trump, I am a major supporter of your vision, your policies. Over during your campaign, when you were the 45th president and now the 47th president, I supported you from Nigeria. You can look at my social media space. I'm in support of what you do. I'm in support of how you help Christians, how you save the life of the unborn child. But invading into a sovereign nation is what I see here, writing Nigeria as a country of particular concern. Israel should be a country of particular concern. They've been killing children, killing women, innocent people in Palestine. They went overboard to attack Qatar. Israel should be of particular concern. Russia should be a country of particular concern. I mean, you fear Putin because they're your friend. You need to call the president of the most populous black nation on earth, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Have a close tie with him. Work with him on how to end insurgency in the northern part of Nigeria. Anybody that is bringing any propaganda that it is only Christian that is being killed, that is a bloody lie. Muslims are being killed. People of other religious groups are being killed. So you need to ask questions, just like you said, that you are asking the Congressman Raleigh Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole and House Appropriation Committee, to immediately look into this matter and report back to me, which is you. The United States cannot stand by why such atrocities are happening in Nigeria and numerous other countries. We stand ready, willing, and able to save our great Christian population around the world. That is very good. But you need to work with the leadership and the military in Nigeria. You can't say America should put Nigeria as a country of particular concern. If Nigeria is a country of particular concern, they should work with the presidency. We have leaders in this country. We have military in this country. No leadership wants his or her people to die. Just like what President Tinubu said, go and end the insurgency in the north. He gave that order just a few days ago. And America need to work with him. And President Tinubu, if President Trump, they won't call you, go America, and go mess you up like the way they do all those other African leaders, tell him, make it come Nigeria, make it come Aso Rock. Make it come Aso Rock. We want to discuss on how to end the insurgency. Not go there. And if they puff, they carry a body, have a close tie with North Korea. Let them support you. Let's end this. There have to be sanity in this country. Every life matter. America ought to even be a country of particular concern. We witness life assassination. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Gun control should be of particular concern in America. It should be a thing of the past. Withdraw every life ammunition from every American citizen. That should be a country of particular concern. You never solve your ass so finish. Then people when you walk or solve. Want to take our country. Well, this now new form of colonization is not going to work. If you want to have a good deal with Nigeria, you seek with the permission from the president, you work with the president, and at the same time, you work with you to support our military, and we end insurgency.
I know a lot of people will come up with conspiracy theories to tell you, oh, America wants to invade Africa. America wants to do this. America wants to do that. But here are a few facts what I want to leave you with. America spent over $100 million, their money, to build a drone base in Niger. After the coup happened for Niger government said, make America come out. America no argue. They tear. They DS. No one. That drone base was to provide intelligence, reconnaissance on things when they go on around security. That drone base played a key role with the Operation Search and Rescue when they do 2020, when that American citizen was kidnapped. But they leave on DS. So you really think say Yankee won't take your resources? The drone, when they build $100 million, then go just leave and just go. They no use and begin to destabilize you. Use your inner economy. 1939, waiting happened. Jamo lap Poland. Woto. You get some country when they good at running their mouths, then they behind the keyboard, they Polish people were desolated. Their city was destroyed 98%. You realize that Poland no exist again, Abi? You realize that they wipe Poland come out from map at some point. Poland actually came back after Soviet Union collapse. You know, Abi? No go there, go get OT. Waiting happen. Now when Japan careless, then collect, everybody just calm down. So if we talk about war, this is not a full-blown war. This is not even a war. This is an operation to go certain hotspots. American president no be person where they just wake up, they talk rubbish. Before he makes a statement, an intelligence team don't analyze those videos where they spread on social media. It is called VGI, Volunteer Geographic Information. Videos people post online is classed as VGI. They will run a geocoding and georeferencing on those videos to make sure that those videos are not lies. Those videos are not misleading videos. By the time they come back and ascertain their facts, then they will now start to run intelligence to understand which area is this thing going to. They will do mapping analysis to understand where be this area. America can come into Nigeria and do operation like this. You go there Lagos, they do umbule. Then go come and do it, they do for Bruno and Sokoto. You go they do umbule, you no go even know say rain for there. So you wake up, you go they ask us. If Yankee really want to take your resources, Abobi, you no stand chance. So it is better you ask for help, a legitimate help. Nigeria get all the aid in the world. They cannot ask for military aid, military training to combat this thing when they go on. America have drones, fighter jets. They have everything to help Nigeria. But we not go ask that one. Now billions of dollars then they waste. They will buy and take and go get a house. Their children they are abroad, they live well. But they keep telling you, America is coming to invade you. America is coming to invade you. I be mazit get sense. Go check what happened to Poland after the war. Go check what happened. Not only this country, United States of America is the only country in the world. When they stand with you, they stand. US make sure say Poland join NATO. US provide Poland security, protection, economic support. Look at Polish economy today. Go check Taiwan. Without Poland, without US, Taiwan no go exist. Go check South Korea. Without US, what thing go happen? I know say they're not they perfect. No country when they perfect. Even the one where they come from, no even like us. Talk about natural resources. When me and you no they even benefit anything from the resources. People who are milking the resources are there using their their foot soldiers to spread rubbish rumors online. Let them go and save Nigeria. Nigeria is burning and we need fire extinguishers.
So Trump says that he might go into Nigeria. Guns are blazing to wipe out terrorists and save Christians. And I see that some Nigerians are celebrating. I know that a lot of Nigerians are in love with Trump. And in fact, many of them are saying that this doesn't mean that he wants to invade Nigeria. That he will just be quick and sweet. Because of the way he puts it in his tweet. He wrote in there that he's instructing the Department of War to prepare for action. He said it will be quick, it will be swift, it will be sweet. Personally, I am hoping that he doesn't follow suit. I'm really, really hoping that he won't actually do it. Let's hope so. Of course, I'm in support of stopping all aid. Like, seriously, why are we still collecting aid at this age? But history shows that help by invasion often makes things worse, not better. In 2001, when the US wanted to invade Afghanistan, they said at that time that it would be a quick, decisive military action to topple the Taliban and dismantle Al-Qaeda. It ended up being 2 decades of war with more than 200,000 people killed. When the US invaded Iraq to topple Saddam Hussein, they said that it would be a quick operation. They said it would be quick. Only for state institutions to collapse, huge civilian casualties, and years of insurgency. The death toll from that is estimated to be 150,000. And then the power vacuum created the condition for new terrorist groups to grow. That's how ISIS started. In Libya, when the US removed Gaddafi, there was no more stable government. Libya fractured into rival militias and became a hub for smuggling and violence. Even the Somalia mission in the 90s, when the US went there, they called it Operation Restore Hope. It started out as a humanitarian mission to provide famine relief amid a civil war. In fact, they said it would take 30 to 45 minutes. But guys, it soon evolved into a more aggressive state building and counterterrorism effort, which eventually led to the disastrous Battle of Mogadishu in October of 1993. And the thing is, guys, Nigeria has a lot of natural resources. We have oil, we have gold, we have a lot of things that some people want. I'm just saying, personally, I believe that nobody knows your house like you do. And so I think that the best solution is for the Nigerian government itself to take care of business and tackle insecurity. We've been shouting about this now for God knows how long. It's more than a decade that we've been talking about insecurity in Nigeria. We are the ones that know the sponsors, the people that are financing these operations. That is where to start. Because if we really want to take care of the bandits, if we want to take care of the armed Fulani herdsmen, if we want to take care of Boko Haram or the kidnappers, all these groups, especially in northern Nigeria, we can do it. We can. It's just a matter of, do we want to? Because I don't understand. Why wait for Trump to... I'm tired. Meanwhile, I'm curious, can anybody explain why you think he would use the word disgraced country? Because he said that we may very well go into that now disgraced country. Like, disgraced as how? And you want to say the country you refer to as disgraced?
Dear Nigerians, I just see one news where Donald Trump declared Nigeria a country of particular concern over the continuous killing of Christians in Nigeria. I just want to beg our government, I beg you, we no fit fight America. Make una gather all those image makers, PR people, make them rush go America now, go begin explain to Trump. All these questions where we'd always ask on our citizens, when I go begin fight us. Please help us explain to Trump how person could just get up, carry cow, begin walk around the whole country. Anywhere where you see crops, so then plant, in cow go chop them. If the farmer come out, you go carry AK-47, shoot the farmer. Explain how these things still they happen in 2025 and I never ban open cattle grazing. Mona help us explain to Trump, say now because then come out Gaddafi now, why illegal arms they all over the place. All those in a story one they tell us farmers headers clash, all those stories. Mona help us tell Trump, I beg you, my no deal.
Fear not let me put a tie for head because the way DSS body they pay them this period. I hear say guy you take breeze the conquer. I just want to ask one question, please. Help me tell President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You feel had wicked when even at Bab, you help me tag all of them. One question. Are you gonna let us protest? Do a blast on 3 options. This question will get. Now let me go again. Reverse. Good. Alright, the question goes as thus. Are you gonna let us protest and do right by us, meet up to our demands as a citizen? Protect us, treat us like humans. Or should we tag America? Hey, something of national importance. Citizens are laughing. You think you are governing a country. Something of national importance, something of grave importance. Your citizens are laughing. That's how tired they are of you. Something that should scare us. Your citizens are opening the door. If you let your citizens carry chain, take out their leg, wait for America, they will do them. You people are that useless. Me actually be the thing said by now, Wike go don't grant press conference. The musical band go don't do the most powerfuls are not looking scared. I'm looking out for their statements. The ministers, are you people not releasing statements? I'm gonna don't bias for America. Now they fear more and not go for fit. You know that the waters are high. They are looking at you with eagle eyes. They want to I shouldn't be laughing. But they say cow will not get take, And God, they come off life way back. 200 kids in Zamfara. 2 worshippers buried in mass. 58 kids in Oshun Church. 3 coastal boys abducted in Kogi. Kidnappers demand ransom. Military hold meeting with insurgents. Security, meeting security. Bandits coming with their life ammunition. And the world is watching. I come and be. Oh, now you want us to join you. I say this. If I call you idiots now, the sign not get rest. I say this buffalo coming to say we will defend. Oh, but the way go in be like one some clothes. Me una do. Don't John Simon. Who is we? Who we? Or good I kill we. Precious, please. Oh, please. Are you, if you are we, if you are among the we, indicate in the comment section, by fair block. Who is, help me ask there, who is we? Who will defend what? The only time I for say make I manage defend, assuming you play that trumpet. Arise, oh, compatriots, I go rise. For right now, we are hailing the Nigeria.
Well, Mr. Trump, Nigeria is a sovereign nation. I don't think you threatening us that you can come in and and do something. I don't think that is right. You know, we are not extension of America. Abi? Yes, genocide. It looks like genocide, but if we look well, we can see there is spying in Zamfara, Katsina, Borno, Plateau, Benue. When you look at the states, Kwara, a lot of kidnappings in Kogi. When you look at the states, it's a mixture of both Christians and Muslims. You know, buying is buying. Nigerians are buying every day, every blessed day, because of insecurity. Insecurity has been there with us. Not just because Tinubu is there now, not from Tinubu. It's been there since Jonathan Goodluck Ebele. So it's not, we cannot really say this is genocide, no. Because as then they buy Christian, they are buying Muslim too. But we can say it's lack of, I don't know, our security agents. And government, they don't care too much. Because government, they just, you hear people buy, they don't even talk about it. I didn't even know that they can reply Trump because they don't always talk about it. When people buy, we go shout, shout, shout. Remember, we shout, shout, shout before governor, come before president, come go Benue. When so many people buy, you saw the very dark man home too. The buying is everywhere. It's everywhere, but it's looking like genocide now because maybe because we have Muslim ticket, or maybe because this government is not paying too much attention. You say, oh, you know, because you hear people buy, there is no press release from government, there is nothing, it's now normal. Up to today now, look at Kogi Road, they still kidnapped a lot of people. I want to beg government, please work on our security. We don't have to wait for external invasion for us to work on security. What does it take to protect Nigerians? The killings, the buying is looking like part of our constitution ourselves. So someone must buy. Some people must buy for free daily. Should work more on security. And America too should respect our country and say, this is independent country. So if you want to help us well. It'll be like,
now that we have your attention, will you act or will you let us be invaded? For years we have cried out to the Nigerian government, take our lives seriously, but somehow other things have always seemed more urgent. Our children die in the arms of their mothers. Our men disappear on the roads to nowhere. We have begged for safety, not sympathy, for action, not awareness. And now, because of a threat, a tweet, the world suddenly listens. But tell me, will you finally act now that someone else's microphone has amplified our pain in a way that is not desirable? Or will you, as always, wait for another tragedy to trend before remembering your people? Let me be clear. This is not a Christian issue. It is not a Muslim issue. Nigeria bleeds from both sides of her faith. When I say the North, I am not talking about Muslims. The North is also home to Christians, to traditional believers, to people of every creed and calling, and the North has suffered deeply. Boko Haram, banditry, abductions, terrorism, hunger, but so has the South. Oil bunkering in the Niger Delta, separatists, movements, ritual killings, cult violence, kidnappings. Every corner of this country carries its own scar. This is not a religious war. I repeat, this is not a religious war. It is a human one, and we are all under siege. I come from a family that holds both the cross and the crescent in the same embrace. We do not fight each other. We protect one another. And that is the Nigeria I know. A country of shared meals and mixed prayers. A place where brother and sister are not religious titles, but human ones. To those celebrating the US cares, ask yourself, when has their intervention ever been swift or sweet? When has it ever left peace instead of pieces? History reminds us that what often comes wearing the robes of rescue hides the interest of power underneath. We cannot let our sovereignty be traded for sympathy. We cannot let foreign attention dictate our reality. If they truly cared, they would have cared before now, when thousands were dying off the cameras without the politics of pity. This is the time to stand together, Muslim, Christian, North and South, not to turn against one another. Let us not let the world define our pain through the narrow lens of their interests. Nigeria's unity is not for negotiation. Our peace is not a pawn. And if the world insists on watching, then please, I beg you, my fellow citizens, let them watch us rise together. Yeah, rise together. I repeat, this is not a religious war. It is a human one.
Master strategist President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Mr. President, master strategist APC people. Time for strategy don't reach you. Now when I go really need strategy, because the music where President Donald Trump they play for you, so you will need strategy to fix this problem. And this will not be strategy to convert all politicians or governors to APC, or how to turn the country to one party state, or turn National Assembly to APC town hall. No, it is strategy on how to protect the lives of Nigerians and guarantee security. Nigerians make una no panic whether they say US get ulterior motive or whatever motive. Is it not a shame say for you to fix insecurity in your country you need another person to remind you? Now the blood of innocent Nigerians, as President Jonathan talk, the bloods that are sharing, now in they cry. So it is the evil when Nigerian politicians don't do. It is the chickens that are coming home to roost. Now the evil, now they live after una. So we go remind una of how the problem where we did. So it is your collective responsibility now on our handwork. In the heat of this insecurity, when it happened under President Jonathan, what was your message, President Tinubu? The slaughtering of Christians is not acceptable. So now why do you have problem with calling Christian genocide? Nobody will not talk, I'm even under President Jonathan. You politicize the issue of insecurity because people wanted the then President Jonathan to leave. All the time we can't the then can President Ayo Risheja he go UN, he talk say Christians should defend themselves. Now even pastors been they talk. Why should he say so? Today Khan and PFN, nobody they hear their voice again. No. Buhari come for 8 years. What did you people say under with the issues of insecurity? What happened with insecurity? An entire region, southern Kaduna, was almost wiped out of the map. What do you do about them? You said that there is no Christian genocide. Yes, Muslims have been killed, Christians have been killed. The important question first is who they kill people? What is causing the killing? When there was hit of say Fulani militia and herdsmen, they kill people and all that. What was President Buhari's response? They say, may they create Ruga, may they do this. And then you come up with such policies and you say that there should not be perceived Christian genocide in a country. Una they play Oriburuku Lenshe. The names of the people where they on top of the states where they look. So now which people now in there on top of them? When people were killed and buried in a mass burial in Benue, the President Buhari there in government house, he no come out go there. He said tell IG or police to go, IG no go, but he no even remember. In 2016, Deaconess Eunice Olawale, a member of Redeemed Christian Church of God, was butchered in Cuba for doing morning evangelism. The vice president for that administration is a redeemed pastor, Pastor Yemi Oshibanjo. What happened? Who was prosecuted? Who was arrested? 2022, Deborah Yakubu, Usman Danfodio College of Education, stoned to death by so-called students who acted like terrorists. How many people were prosecuted? How many people? How many churches? How many mosques that were maimed? What did you people do about it? Today you are now saying that, oh, they should not. If you say anybody is witch hunting, the question is, are you a witch? Because since President Tinubu come, you as commander-in-chief, This is one of the only administration where we see commander-in-chief outsource issues of security to national security advisor, while the president is more concerned with politics, trying to port people from one party to the other. You as commander-in-chief, with issues of insecurity, you no go oversee Ministry of Defense, you went to oversee Ministry of Petroleum. Buhari, who was retired military general, no go defense, he go Ministry of Petroleum. Now they all of una they ganusi. That thing where they for petroleum, night una don't see so now. That is why it has become a shame that for you to handle the constitution says security will be the primary responsibility of government. So for you to handle insecurity in your country, you need another government to come and remind you whatever that it will take you, President Tinubu and Nigerian leadership, you must tell us now the root cause of insecurity and how to protect lives. You travel, go holiday for Europe. Within a space of 2 days, more than 100 people were killed. A leader was on vacation in another country. How many times did President Buhari tell Nigerians say they go release the list of Boko Haram sponsors? What happened to the list? Why does nobody want to mention exactly the sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria? Those are the questions. It is not whether they have ulterior motive or ulterior motive. Nigerian leaders, Ori Buruku Leshe, Oshileshe, this issue of insecurity must be taken to a reasonable conclusion. The wasting of innocent blood, the wasting of innocent life has to stop, and we must get to the root cause of the matter. So if you will need external pressure to be put on you, they should put it and ensure that you protect Nigerians. Because as it is, nobody they call for war, nobody they call for religious war, but government must do their job. Anywhere where government have been putting injustice and evil, this is the result. As you they collect loan from them, collect their warning. We want to handle the issue of insecurity in Nigeria. Master strategy, strategize very well because we need security, we need protection, we need an end to the killing of all Nigerians regardless of religion or tribe. May God help you now for the one we will do so. My name is Peter for Nigerians. Nigerians, it is up to you. Ensure that you speak up to liberate yourself come 2027.
So someone sent me a tweet and I went to go check it out, and it's Trump talking about coming to save the Nigerian Christians from genocide. And you should see the comments. You should see the Nigerians in there. Yes, come save us from the Hausas. Come save us from Fulani. Come save us from Muslims. And it's like, this is after a U.S. congressman where there's evidence. There's literal evidence right now. All you got to do is go online and search, where a U.S. congressman admitted that the U.S. government is behind this. They're funding Boko Haram. They're funding Al Qaeda. They're funding all these. They create a problem and then come to solve it. But we've seen, never in American. Ever in history have we seen the West come to actually liberate a people. Never. So we've seen what they turned Libya into. Libya was the one of the most advanced countries in Africa. We saw what they did. We've seen what they've done to Afghanistan. We've seen what America has done everywhere they've gone. But remember, I made a video earlier and I said hate is the singular most powerful uniting force. They have pushed hatred of your own fellow kind over you for years, that now they're coming to turn your home into a literal war zone and you're cheering them. If they come into Nigeria up and turn Nigeria into Libya right now, do you think Oshomole's family will suffer? Do you think Wike's children will suffer? Do you think I will suffer? Do you think my siblings will suffer? No, let me explain. By the time they come to Nigeria and start dropping bombs, all of us will be gone. My family will be either in the UK or Dubai or here in New York or in Virginia. Wike's family, they won't be in Nigeria. Who do you act? The people that put you in this position, not a single one of them is going to suffer. So go ahead and keep praying. Yes, yes, Nigeria. Yes, Trump, MAGA, come and save the Christians. When they're done destroying that country, us, the people you're currently claiming to hate, we'll make a deal with them and we'll go back and continue to run it.
Heartbreaking, right? What are your thoughts? Share them with us in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching and see you on our next one.